Let's see if I do my mic, and then if I do my speakers.
Oh, I can hear you on
Okay,
stream.
sweet.
Can I hear myself? Okay, I can't hear myself, but I can hear you. Oh, I can hear myself. Hello. Hello, we're live. Oh my word, we're live. Right. Okay, so this is going to be really weird. Right, first of all, big shout out to Bruno Morin for coming in big clutch and streaming this for us.
Hey man,
Bruno,
anytime.
you legend.
Anytime.
Right, okay, so I'm gonna... Right, you're gonna need to go back to pits. Oh, no, it's not
Oh
gonna work,
no.
is it? Right, just go to the car that's on the lead. Go control, and then it's control like 1 and 3 on your key. Do you have a keypad?
Yes.
Control 1 and 3, and you can go forwards and backwards.
Okay, so we got Murati.
And then press F4. Oh crap!
Oh
Right, go
no.
back to him. Go back to him. Oh, so there's a car behind you. Oh god.
Oh
There's cars
no.
behind you on the grid. This is gonna be a mess.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Let's see if I can go back to...
No, you can't. Do you have like a back to pit shortcut?
I do not. Never
Alright,
was able to
don't
get
worry about
one
it.
working.
Press F5. There you go. Zoom out, and there you go. Hello, everyone. It's the Master Split race. Not really a lot of time for introduction. This is going to be funny and a bit of a mess on our half because we had no stream until about 2 minutes ago. Bruno's coming big clutch. No, just go back to pits when they start moving.
Yep.
If it causes a big crash, we'll cope. Red lights on. And the red lights are away. Drive, go.
Oh no.
Where are they? Find them. Find someone.
Oh god.
Okay, we're good. Muradi's still in the lead, getting into turn 1. Will he hold the lead? It was Muradi on pole. And is it going to be clean? Oh my goodness me, I think it's clean. Oh no, there's a kerfuffle at the back. Mustafa Muradi in the Younger GP car leads the way. Up to turn 4, almost Reese though on the attack to the outside he goes. Muradi tries to squeeze and Reese with the cutback. Reese to the inside, Reese gets through and it's Ernest Reese to the lead of the race. Ernest Reese squeezes Muradi over the curb and takes the lead with a fantastic little overtake there. Ernest Reese to the lead, Muradi P2, Max Hammerling P3. Ooh, big lock up there for Ernest Reese. But it is the Estonian who leads the way, much like he did in Australia. Last time out, Mustafa Muradi, after qualifying on pole, is P2. Reigning champion, Max Hammerling, is P3 at the moment. Jordi Lau is P4. I'm not sure who Poo is in P5, but I'll find out in a minute. And then Jan Dragoon in P6. It's Hygo Poom, that's who it is. But it is Ernest Reese leading this race with a great little overtake up into turn 4. And now I'm going to ask you to press F3, Bruno, if you possibly could. And that should be it. And then basically just click if you want to... So, apologies, everyone. I'm teaching Bruno how to stream in the race. Very unprofessional, but at least you have a stream. You can click on the names in the list. Okay, hang on. Go into ACTV, like, config, if you have that. All that's ACTV config. And then increase number cars tower to like 20 or something. I don't know why half of them aren't turning up. There's Max Hammerling looking on Muradi, going for second. Oh, has to back out at the last moment. Okay, they're all up. It's fine. You can get rid of it now. It's fine. Go away. Get rid of it. It's fine. Leave it on a... Yep, leave it like that. That's fine. That's fine. It's fine. Alrighty. Actually, can you get the lap counter? Oh, who's that off? Oh, that is, no, who? That's one of the Younger GP cars. Is that Jan Dragoon? I think it is Dragoon. It is Dragoon down to P3. Okay, can you pull that back up? Can you change the names to last names? I'd like click plus on names. I think that should work on the tower thingy. Again, apologies. I'm trying to teach Bruno how to stream as we're doing this. Lastly, there you go. That is perfect. Berza already out of the race. Alright, so that's your first retirement of the night in the Master Split. And then can you go up into ACTV timing tower? Actually, no. You know what? You don't need to worry about that. We've got lap count. Can you go up into Delta, ACTV Delta? No, wrong one. I lied. Don't get rid of it. You know what? It's fine. Get rid of that. We've got the names above the drivers. It's fine. We can tell who's who. No, actually, no. Hang on. Go back into it. I lied again. I'm gonna need it for fastest lap. It'll be speed. No, ACTV timer. ACTV timer. Where is that? Oh, that's the laps one. Hang on. Get rid of that. Which one is it? Sorry, again, this is incredibly pretty. It must be... Is it Delta then? It must be Delta. I thought that looked wrong. Oh, that's Toby Sanford facing the wrong way there in the background. It's not Delta. Is it Speed Trap then? I'm so sorry. Toby Sanford had a rough time here last season. I think he's having a rough time this season as well. Yep, drag that down just there. That's fine. I just need that for fastest lap. That's all I need it for. Thank you, Bruno. Again, Bruno Amorim literally coming in clutch and deciding to stream 2 minutes before the race began. So hello everyone, welcome. Toby Sanford having a rough time already out there. To the Formula Trout Premier Series Master Split here. Round 2. The, what is this race called? It's the, City Radio, no, I've got the notes here, hang on, it's the, oh, I'm so sorry, we are all very unprepared. It is the 6 AM Films Bahrain Grand Prix, there you go, except apparently it's the CRG Romania. Oh no, race off! Race is off the road! He's done exactly the same thing as he did in Melbourne! I can't believe it, Reese has spun and has gone sideways! And he's off the road and he's down to P5. Muradi leads this race once again. Anyway, Mustafa Muradi got pole. I'm pretty certain the challenge split pole time was faster than the master split. But I want to double check that because I don't believe that for a second, but I was just thinking about it. Let's find that out. Oh no, I lied. I definitely lied on that one. They were faster by about a second, but they weren't a lap record breaking fast. So Andrea Schilder still has a total lap record from Season 8. Samuel Ward promoted to the Master Split after one race win. The Swede doing a great job at the moment in P5. He is with Volpino, just doesn't have a skin at the moment. Tarek Batata, your race 1 winner for DAC Racing, currently attacking him. Trying to desperately find his way around. As he's trying to find his way around. And again, I do just want to apologise for all the mess at the start, and thank you for watching and holding firm and sticking with us. It's really appreciated. Oh, and Christoph Berzer forgot to enable the DRS detection app, which is why he's retired from the race. If you don't have it enabled, it's an instant disqualification. That is the app that we use to detect if you open the DRS illegally. Of course, the Assetto also has no built-in DRS system. It has DRS zones, but no built-in detection system. So, Christoph Berzer doing the honourable thing there and backing out Batata, having a look to the inside of Samuel Ward, unable to make any moves so far. The American driver desperately looking for his way through. An American finish P2 in the Challenger split. Can an American finish P1 here tonight as Tarek Batata moves through up to P5, but it is Muradi, the pole sitter, that leads this race. One-time winner. Oh, and Reese round again. Was there contact? There was contact with Giovanni Amorim. That's your brother, Bruno. You must be very sad now. Giovanni not having the best time out there. Actually, that gives me... I'll ask you in a minute about something, but Giovanni Amorim and Ermis Reese coming together. Down to P9 and 10 therefore. Yeah, Bruno, how come you're not racing tonight?
Well, I gotta say the last race over in Australia, that was a real eye-opener in terms of my overall speed, if you will, in terms of lap times. Not the prettiest sight, and definitely not a great performance by myself. And just some things with like outside of racing, like just time constraints, all that has made it really difficult to find time to practice. And well, I didn't even have time.
Oh, Reese up again! Sorry, Bruno. Reese has just binned it properly into the wall. That was a oh, and he's out of the race. Ermis Reese out of the race already. Sorry, carry on, please. Oh, that's a shame.
Yeah, so just didn't really have time to practice. This like in the weeks leading up to today, and it's just kind of how it is. So I figured, maybe. I hadn't even done the required laps and everything to do the race, but yeah, I don't know, time constraints, I guess.
Well, I am very grateful that you're not doing the race because it enabled us to stream
no.
it. That's your brother going around again.
Oh my God.
Locks the rears coming into turn 1. It's after 9 o'clock in league time, so you can say, oh my God, I'll allow it. Yeah, but Giovanni Amorim, in the Bag Motorsports car, of course, Bruno Morum alongside me. Form was one half of Bag Motorsports last season's Challenger Split Constructors Champion, ensuring themselves promotion up into the Challenger. Toby Sanford's up to 12th already. Wow. Our timing screen's having a moment. But, yeah, after 12th, after that spin earlier, great stuff from Toby Sanford. Leading his former teammate, Hygo Poom round in the Nova Finlandia. That's our second Estonian having troubles out there tonight in Bahrain. Oh, that was a big lockup for someone there as well in the background. As I was saying though, Toby Sanford leading his former teammate, David Halligan. David Halligan's gone off to form DHF1 with two-time champion Paul Magzire. And, Magzire was leading the race at one point last time out in Australia, and that was a crazy, crazy race. And we've already had a crazy, crazy race so far this time. Lap 7 of 37. Moradi leads from Hamlink in P2, from Jordi Lawis in P3, which is just, I don't even know at this point. It's already lap 7, my brain's already turned to mush. Hamlink was on the podium last time, he was P3, and to be fair to David Halligan, he came second, which is one of his best results in a long, long time. I was speaking to his former team boss and league owner Kilgore Trout, when he was back at he was at Kilgore's team Oxtown last season, and Kilgore just said that David is a driver who puts a lot of pressure on himself. He feels the need that he just has to get a podium. And that last season he just got caught in this rut and he wasn't getting any podiums, and it just really affected him. But David's in with this new team, his podium first time out. Awesome stuff for him. Simon Benoit as well, another driver who was very strong last time out. He'll be looking for a good result here today. Samuel Ward in P5, as I said. He's already got himself a seat at Volpino Arcs Car, although it seems like he's a rookie. He's a solo driver here. There are no solo drivers in the Master Split. If you've got the fish-looking livery, it means your skin's broken. Or, in this case, they haven't given him a skin in time. That's Jordi Lawis running off the road. There's last time race winner, Tarek Batada. Hammerlink's had a mistake, I think, because he's down in P5. So Hammerlink, I think, has had a spin. And he's gone off the road. This is your reigning champion, Max Hammerlink. Down in P5 for Nova Finlandia. Because, and it snapped on him again. So Hammerlink, big moment on the brakes, goes round, drops well down the order. He's outside the points already. He's probably going to get done by Toby Sanford. He's immediately into the pits. Hammerlink very smartly comes in straight away there. That was something I was talking about in the Challenger split race. A lot of the drivers who spin decide to stay out on tyres which have no right being on a racetrack. Watch and learn, boys and girls. That's what you do when you spin it. You come straight into the pits because those tyres are cooked. That's why Max Hammerlink's the reigning champion and one of the most successful drivers in Trout's history. In terms of the most successful driver in Trout history, he has officially began his sabbatical in what's its face, Maxi Younger. That's the one, because he turned up last weekend as a one-off and is now gone away. We're going to get Jace. I've accidentally left the commentator's channel, but we're going to get Jace Merricking. Why not? Hello, Jace.
Hey yo, good. Maybe I could possibly give some insight into Max and Hygo's spins. We were practicing, I want to say, hour before Challenger splits. They were still messing with the setup. Oh my goodness, looks like someone had a massive moment coming out of the double left. Anyways, so Hygo and Max, they were messing around with the setup, and they were incredibly loose. I tried the setup myself. I could not get it to work for the life of me. I was still putting up good laps, but I just wasn't running as fast as I was with my my from scratch setup. So I just decided to run that.
Yeah, that's interesting. I mean, I know setups aren't always for everyone sometimes, and often you have to trade comfort for speed. But I mean, even if Max Hammerlink can't drive, it must be a very tricky one.
Oh yeah. Hey, get out.
I can confirm that setups are not speed.
Yeah.
As someone who ran the Vermin setup for the last race of the season last season, and ran
Vermin setup.
Yep, ran consistent or one lap down for the entire race. Did exactly what I needed to do, but that was about it.
Yeah, I'd say that setups are more about making the car comfortable for you rather than just outright speed.
Ah, see, coming from a motorsport, like a real world motorsport perspective, in real world motorsport, it's the speed of the car over the comfort of the driver. I can confirm that
Mm,
very
mm,
much. It's
Absolutely.
so in sim racing you have a little bit more leeway with it. You can kind of get away with it, but in the real world, you deal with what you're given, really.
Well,
Um,
ultimately, the goal is to just get that balance of comfort and just being on that knife edge where you're best using all of your stuff.
yeah, exactly.
Um,
On the limit of all the tires, grip is where you want to be all
yeah,
of the time. So you know
yeah,
that's the goal really. Yeah, I mean, Jace, you're welcome to hang around if you want quite a bit of co-coms and driver insight and that. It's you're more than welcome to. I
yeah,
don't
sure.
allow that often, but because it's a special circumstance of
Oh
Bruno
yeah.
coming in like 2 minutes beforehand, I'll allow it. So yeah, Jace Merrick, we finished second in the Challenger split race, coming along to provide some fun and games here. Lap
Yeah.
10 of 37. There's oh, that's Toby Sanford going down the
Oh
inside of
dear.
Dave Southard into turn one. Oh, and
Oh
Toby Sanford
no.
gets on the throttle too early out of turn two. And
Yeah.
that is something we were so scared of seeing.
Yeah. During practice for Challenger Split, the track is just really greasy. It's not rubbered in. Oh my goodness, the DHF1 driver
Yeah,
there.
that's Halligan there going off as well.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean,
Um,
it's we were expecting a race of attrition. We saw it last season. You know, there was spins everywhere. We saw it in Australia as drivers are struggling to adapt to the new car. So you get a very tricky circuit combined with a very tricky car, and it's almost greasy out there, such are the conditions on circuit, and it's just spins galore.
yeah.
Um, oh, what a shame for Toby Sanford and David Halligan as well.
Yeah, something that I think should be mentioned is that when we start the race weekend, the track is not fully rubbered in. It is still very greasy when you go out there for free practice. Because during Challenger Split, everyone was going off, like everyone was spinning coming into that opening turn. It was ridiculous.
Yeah,
And I just had to get ahead.
I remember last season that I mean we had Bahrain as the first race, and it was it was a challenge in and of itself, just trying to keep the car on track. You know, not even mentioning going or putting down a decent lap time. It was definitely one of the, I would argue, probably the trickiest race of that entire season for me, at least.
Yeah, yeah, I'd say it's very tricky as well. Especially during qualifying, because even during qualifying, it's not like fully gripped up. Like I'd say it's like 97% track grip or something like that. And I want to say that's why a majority of us were slow. Because like Ollie Ollie and Nicholas were
Ooh, Agnes
and I were
Resistis has
running.
had a spin as well. Sorry to cut across you there, Jace. Agnes Resistis was running P10, yet very warm tyres there, as you can see, just struggling to get the traction down. Through
Yeah.
goes Alex Cochran
Ew.
and Felipe Olsen. So another victim there of Bahrain.
Yeah. And that's one of the key challenges for the driver here, I'd say, is that you got to know like when those rear tires are going to grip up, and you got to get on that power as soon as you can. Yeah,
Yeah,
uh,
it's
and
well, it's always tricky out there with low grip, isn't it? I mean, you're the driver. I just kind of sit here and speak, I guess. But
yeah,
yeah, oh well, that's how it is, I suppose. Um, Anyway, back to the on-track action. Toby Sanford and Agnes Rositis, the two most recent spinners on track, trying to have a go at each other potentially. Sanford is a very smart racer. He is one of the ones who can get away with not immediately diving into the pits after he spins, because he knows how to handle those tyres. He is, you know, maybe on one lap pace, not the quickest, but he's definitely one of the smartest out there on track. And he knows how to utilise the tyres. He knows how to utilise the battery. And luck hasn't gone his way so far tonight. Wouldn't have been the opening few laps that he wanted here. Lap 12 of 37 here at the 6 a.m. Films. Is it 6 a.m. Films, I think? Let me double check
I'm not
that.
sure.
Yeah, 6 a.m. Films Bahrain GP. There you go. 6 a.m. Films Bahrain
Yeah,
GP. Round 2 of 12 in Season 9 of the Formula Trap Training Series.
yeah.
And of course,
It
you
looks
are watching the Master Split.
it looks like Bruno has the old. It's not doesn't have the up to date textures for all the things.
That
I
is
mean,
definitely true.
Yeah,
yeah.
because like
I mean, Bruno
this
was
is
also only found out he was streaming 3 minutes before qualifying ended,
yeah,
really.
that's true. Um, But yeah. To get some insight into spinning, like I did definitely spin when I was practicing race trim well before the race. Like I want to say like last couple days. Yeah, those rears get really hot, especially if you have to flick spin to get back onto the track, and you just gotta just baby them. Like you have to wait until you get up to a massive straight for them to give them an opportunity to cool down. As we see some people going into the pits. It looks like.
Yeah, I think a few people diving in there. We are reaching roughly the pistol window. Mustafa Moradi has
Yeah.
a 13-second gap back to Jordi Lauis in P2. That is phenomenal.
Yeah, I'd say this is about the crossover point for the C4 super soft tires, or thereabouts. Maybe, or if you're if you really abused them, the C3s as well.
Yeah, well, we'll just have to see what these drivers are going to pull off. I've been following Giovanni and won the last few laps. That's because everyone's kind of settled down on track just a little bit. But of course, the C3s, the C2s, the C4s are the tyres you'll be expecting to see here. Maybe not the C4s as much later into the race. Of course, 5 compounds available here in Formula Track, ranging from the C1s to the C5s. The C1s being the hardest, the C5s being the softest. That means they provide the most amount of grip, but also have the shortest life in terms of the amount of times they give that grip over before they effectively run out. It's the opposite for the C1s. They run a lot longer but don't provide as much immediate grip. Last season, the C3 was the favourable tyre. It was the favourable race tyre. This season, it seems like the C2's been more favourable so far. I mean, Jace, Bruno, I don't know if you guys, have a favourite tyre or something, but from what I can tell, the C2
C3s.
seems to be a little bit better on a race run.
Yeah, C2 is definitely when you get the when the track rubber's in. Yeah, that's definitely the race tire. I almost wanted to take the mick during the challenge race and go C1s.
Oh, that
after
would have been
I
a
got
long one.
damaged. Yeah, just come in like lap 10 or something and just run C1s to the end like I did in Melbourne. Just take the mick.
Yeah,
Exactly.
with some of the runs or some of the recovery drives that we've had last season at Bag Motorsports, I can definitely attest to the C1 being underrated. Believe, what was it, Hungary of last season? We saw Giovanni come up from well out of the points to
Yeah.
I forget what position he finished, or no, he didn't finish because he ran out of fuel. But but that's besides the point there. But yeah, I mean, his recovery drive on C1s was absolutely incredible. I remember we were talking about it like during the race, and really none of us could believe it was actually happening.
Yeah, I mean, you got, I believe you got Valtteri Bottas at that event.
Yeah. It's funny because actually prior to this race, I was talking with him, and not Valtteri Bottas, but Giovanni, of course.
Yeah.
But either way, he was telling me about how his performance generally is better when he has to make up positions versus like if he already qualies pretty high up or gets a really good start. He's always a lot more comfortable doing the attacking rather than the defending on track. Which
Yeah.
I can attest to that. I feel about the same way. I'd rather I'd always rather, like, granted, not that I have much of a choice, but I'd rather start low and then work my way up rather than starting high, as we saw in Spa last season. Me starting P3 and then
I mean, you guys are the drivers. I just talk about it, really.
Yeah.
But, I try my best. Moradi's now got a 14-second lead for those that care, which is probably most people. Oh, my goodness me, that was a big lockup for David Halligan in the background. Huge puff of smoke out of those front tyres. Those things are probably more square than a cardboard box at this point.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if we see him diving into the pits at the end of this lap.
Yeah, funny enough, it's depending on how bad you're locking up, like you really don't see flat spot tires all that much, unless you're really like abusing those tires and abusing those brakes. But that just might be me.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I don't know. I'm just the talky person.
Yeah.
Back to the action. There is Simon Benoit in the CRG car. Not the CRG, the TC Esports car. Even apologies, that's the TC Academy. They've just everyone's sponsored by CRG. I swear in this league, it's like everyone either drives for Max or Yinger or you don't, basically. And
Guilty.
well,
Actually, no. I'm sorry, Nova Academy. No, they. I don't think they're sponsored by CRG.
No,
but
no, they're not. They're just
I'm more of a
sponsored by-
Praga person myself. When
They're
it comes to
sponsored
my
by,
preference of go-kart.
Yeah, they're sponsored by Alex Heinonen and the whole of Finland. But
Yeah.
yeah. Oh well. Anyway, then we're up to P10 after that pit stop cycle there. Who's out of position? Let's see what's going on. Alex Rositis hasn't had a great race. He's down in P20. Alex Cochrane in P17. Bit surprised. And Connor Peltman's P16 as well. That's quite surprising. Hygo Poom, obviously, we saw had a big spin earlier. Giovanni Moore, another big... oh, and that's your leader, Moradi in. So Moradi into the pits. Let's see what tyres he goes onto. Camel
I'd
Shove and
imagine
Moore,
the C2s, like, because they're C3s from my perspective.
yeah, we'll just see when he comes up the pits. And Batata in, and Lowes and Ward as well. Oh no, Ward isn't in. Ward leads the race.
Yeah, it's
Uh,
C2s.
Yeah, so C2s for Moradi. But yeah, Kamashov and Amorim doing a fantastic job out there. You know, I feel like they're really adapting to the master pit really well. I mean, Bruno, Giovanni's your brother. You must, you know, you've probably got that inside data. He's all right.
Yeah, he's doing pretty good. I know it's a little bit more intimidating for him, but I would argue it's some, a challenge that's a little bit more his style, I guess. I think that master split is definitely where he needs to be versus challenger.
Yeah.
I think putting him in an environment where, he's performing like this, where P3 is, a really good finish for him versus, in challenger split where P3 is kind of like to be expected.
You guys would curb stomp and challenger split, I tell you.
He would. I was just doing my part to get a couple points here and there so we could win the constructors.
I mean, you did win the constructors, to be fair.
We did.
And I proceeded to lose my voice as a result of that.
Hey, it was all for you.
Aw, thanks. If anyone's new to Trout, I'm definitely not biased towards Bag Motorsports whatsoever. There is no bias in the commentary booth at all. And Bag Motorsports certainly don't run stickers with my name on their car. Actually, I don't actually have the Formula Hybrid 2021, so I haven't actually seen... Where is the sticker? I haven't actually seen it yet.
So we have... It's same spot as last time.
I mean, you could show us if you could.
Yeah.
Oh, Ross got me there.
Yep.
Go.
Once again, we couldn't have done it without you.
Oh, I tried my best. There you go. It's all on me. You're welcome. But yeah, Bag Motorsports. Yeah. And yeah, also the classic Giovanni helmet that needs no further introduction. Moradi's already all over the back of Samuel Ward, who's running long on this opening stint.
Yeah, he was right on his tail as soon as Maradi got out of the pits as well. Like, Sam timed it perfectly with his pit stop, it looks like. Did he stop?
No, he hasn't stopped yet.
Ah, I see. Yeah, well, eventually he'll have to come in for his stop, eventually.
Yeah, indeed. Obviously, this is Samuel Ward's first master split race and second from the trout race overall. He just kind of rocked up in Challenger. I had no idea who he was, and he absolutely dominated. So
Yeah.
he's now up in the master split, and he's leading at the moment, but still yet to box, but running pretty well overall. There's Jordi Lauers, another driver, running very well. He's moved over to TC Esports from Nova Finlandia this season, doing a great job currently in P7 on board that number 20 machine. Coming through the penultimate corner, following last time out race winner and a returnee to the championship, Tarek Batata. Was that? Oh, and back on board. Oh, and Maradi's made the move already. There you are. That was easy.
I mean, eventually that was going to happen. I would imagine the C2s right about now are starting to fade away. I actually talked Alistair into going for
That's
the
our
C2s.
car. Hello, Bruno.
Yep, hi. But yeah, I talked Alistair into taking the C2s from the start to get that overcut. Ended up not working out for him because he really couldn't adjust to the C2s. He really didn't have that much practice on them, to be fair. But he really did get better as the run went on and he moved to the C3s. As you see Paul Mags there going for a massive attack on Benoit going into T4.
Oh, yeah. Benoit
Yeah,
forced
Benoit's
wide
gonna
into
lose.
space there, yeah.
He might lose both positions to the Nova cars.
No, Hygo Puma, I think, just had to stand on the brakes as Benoit went, no, I'm not losing any more coming through. Max Hammerlink did get through, though, so Benoit just forced wide into a mistake there from Paul Magzar, and wide he went, but he holds on to P11 just outside the points for the time being, almost on lap 20 of 37 here. This race has absolutely flown by already.
Yeah.
There is, yeah. Obviously the Master Split guys are a bit quicker over a single lap than the Challenge Split. Oh, Alex
Yeah,
Cochrane running wide.
Yeah,
This
I
would be
was
a big
about.
chance for Felipe.
Oh,
Oh, they
dear,
touch. Touching down the straight, Felipe Olsen, and now it's Cochrane. Olsen's going to have the inside line and will shut the door, surely. Yes, he does. I'm going to do something very unprofessional again and ask Bruno to click F3, please. Thank you, Bruno. That would
I
be
was
great.
gonna ask about that.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Just do whatever you feel like with the cameras. Again, Bruno Moore would usually be out on track, chose not to this weekend.
Yeah,
And
before-
is oh sorry,
go
Jace.
ahead.
I'll just finish my monologue about Bruno quickly.
Yeah.
And is coming with about 3 minutes of like, oh yeah, by the way, can anyone stream because our normal streamer isn't around, and is coming in and frankly doing a very good job, Bruno. So thank you very much for stepping in, and thank you, Jace, as well for coming in and just helping out a bit. Do appreciate it. Mate.
Yeah, I was about to say before that moment, I just saw Maradi do a 128.6, I think that was, well beyond the fastest lap in Challenger Split. Like I think it was fastest lap was like a 29.3, I want to say.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely going a lot faster. Toby Sanford doing a 35.5. I want to say that was about the average pace the front of Challenger Split was doing.
Yeah, indeed. There is Connor Peltmans, who doesn't have a livery, but is racing for Volpino, who just, I don't think their liveries are out there tonight. They just don't seem to be turning up, unfortunately. So they're in that rather lovely custom-made Trout Split, which was made by Connor Peltmans, actually, I believe. So it's his own livery, nonetheless. The Canadian driver, who is quick on his day, but just sometimes doesn't turn up, both literally and figuratively, because sometimes he isn't actually, registered for the race. He just seems to not have a lot of time on his hands.
It looks like the C2 starters are starting to come in. Oh, Connor with
Oh
a bit
yeah,
of a moment.
big wobble. But yeah, as you said, that's Ward and Dragoon into the pits. Halligan
Yeah.
up to P2 again. And Ward out, Dave Brave out, Dragoon out. So it's Muradi from Halligan from Batata, your top three at the moment. Muradi's got 20 seconds on David Halligan.
I would totally expect Sam Ward to climb and claw all this lost space back.
Well, he's got 15 laps to do it. Let's see if the new kid on the block, Samuel Ward, is able to get back up into that podium contention. Halligan and Batata, well, Batata was our winner last time out. Halligan finished P2 last time out. And Muradi was, I believe he was 6th or 7th in the end. So, the usual suspects up there so far this season. There's Max Hammerlink, your reigning champion. Over at Nova Finlandia. Of course, the team who was with last season, Vermin, not entering this season. They only entered last season because they got bored and decided to. Agnes Rositis retires from the race after just not having the best time out there today. Was lounging around the back after a few spins, so a shame to see him go. And Hammerlink all over the back of Paul Magzar, the only man in Formula Trout history to win back-to-back Premier Series titles. And currently under attack from the reigning champion. Hammerlink finished on the podium at every single race last season. So dominant was he in that Vermin car. And now he's over at Nova Finlandia. And as I say that, Magzar is actually going to dive into the pits. I believe, no, he's not. He's just pulling really over to try and break the toe already. It looked like he was actually pulling into the pits. Halligan does pit from second, though, so Batata up to second, Laos up to third. Hammerlink looks to the outside, but isn't late enough onto the brakes. But we'll be right up against Magzar coming up the hill into turn 4. This is a golden opportunity for the German. Already Magzar trying to break the toe. Hammerlink forced to the outside. Magzar's going to try and squeeze him hard on the brakes. Who's going to try and sweep around the outside? No. Magzar was superbly late on the brakes there. Holds the position for the time being. Hammerlink desperately trying to follow him. But Magzai just, again, you know, he's a double champion of magnificent driver. Didn't see too much of him last season, actually. Was a bit disappointing last season, but he's come back with full fruition with the new DHF1 squad. And he's really doing a very, very solid job out there at the moment, defending from Hammerlink, which is no mean feat. And that's one of the Golf Racing Club cars there. I think that's Cyprian Stoyan getting it a bit wrong. Possibly just diving out the way as well for blue flags. Hygo Poom Jace could be getting involved with this.
Yeah, I think that was the case. I think he just had blue flags.
Yeah. Well, we just have to wait and see. Hygo Poom's going to catch up. Get involved with this, I think. Because while these two guys are battling, it's going to get very nice. Benoit behind as well. We've got a bit of a train forming here. So Hygo Poom, the Estonian, who could have won last time out, ended up spinning, finishing P5, looking for redemption. Currently P8 at the moment after a spin earlier. There is Giovanni Amorum defending from Connor Peltmans. Doesn't break the toe until the last minute. Peltmans will have a much better entry to the corner. That is one thing you can do here. And no, Amorum forces him out wide, but he will have the inside. Peltman squeezes through into P13. Amorum isn't going to take no for an answer. Tries to fight back. Oh, he opened his DRS just a little bit. That will be a DRS penalty for Giovanni Amorum.
Yeah.
Saw there the little rear flap opening and then closing.
Yeah, that's a big no-no when you're not 1 second behind somebody.
Yeah, exactly. Of course, when you're when it's sorry, I'm just losing myself in words there. When you will open the DRS illegally, because Assetto course has no kind of builds.
Yeah,
Oh no!
Takes them both out. Oh, David Halligan just too late on the brakes. We saw him having a big lock up into there a few laps before, and he's done the same, and he gains the positions anyway. So Halligan's just carried on as normal. But David Halligan,
I'd imagine his front wing is really banged up right now. I don't think you can see it with these models, but I would imagine that he has a massive amount of front wing damage as a result of that incident.
Giovanni getting caught up in that sandwich most likely has both ends probably destroyed at this point.
Yeah, exactly. That's a real shame for everyone involved with that. And David Halligan, that was more akin to what we were seeing last season than the last race. Just making mistakes, just having accidents. But he's up into P13, but I'd be surprised if that doesn't go unpenalised. There will surely be a post-race excuse me from both the drivers he took out there. I say, well, unfortunately, that's how the cookie crumbles. Hygo Poom still forever closing up on Magda and Hammerlink. I think Hammerlink's just started to chew into his tyres a bit, maybe just waiting, biding his time. Of course, you don't want to push these tyres just too hard, because on these Formula Hybrid cars, they just fall apart if you even push them vaguely too hard. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah, Jace. I'm sure you're used to that.
It's mainly under braking and under acceleration that most of the twitchiness comes in, because I've been running. I'll let you in on what I was doing. For the beginning of the race, I was actually running at like 49% brake bias, and that led to a couple of moments of locking the rears as well.
I'm not surprised. Why are you running 49% brake bias, you muppet?
I've actually found that like keeping it like 49-50, I like the way I brake, because I have a very, I think I have a very different way of braking.
Isn't braking just you hit the pedal and slow down?
Yeah, just mash the pedal and just kind of feather it off, like, because you just feel that lock, and the first instinct is just to let go, and usually that does it, and Bob's your uncle, as we see Giovanni going for an overtake.
Yep, up to P14 goes Giovanni Amorim. Very, very nice stuff there from the Brazilian. They're now making their way up the hill. Felipe Olsen going to try and fight back round the outside of turn 4. Will he be able to make it stick? Amorim tries to push him out wide, push him out wide, but he holds on. Felipe Olsen regains the position with a very, very nice move around the outside. Giovanni Amorim cannot do anything in that situation. I think at some point you may have broken the lap record, maybe? I'm just going to check. Well, the lap record round here was set by Ernest Reese back in season 8 with a 128.235.
Yeah, I
I
saw
don't know if
Maradi doing low mid 28s earlier in the race, so that might be the case.
Well, Andreas Schilder still holds the total lap record route here for his pole time from season 8 with a 125.921, which is a ridiculous lap. Of course,
Oh,
the
yeah.
real lap record round was set by Pedro de la Rosa back in 2005 for Sauber with the 131.447. So these guys going a little bit faster than DLR, shall we say. And that's Southern having a look on Benoit, backs out of it at the last minute. Is well, Dragoon looking to get involved as well. Dragoon racing for Junger GP this season, as he did last season. Well, there was a lot of hype behind him from team boss Maxi Junger. Well, he was in general very excited about his lineup. You know, you've got Mustafa Moradi, one of the up-and-coming superstars who's leading this race at the moment, and Jan Dragoon, another up-and-coming superstar, both in the same team. Which, you know, if you've been watching Trout for half a season or more, you know that is a lineup to be scared of. And right now already is 27 seconds in the lead away from Tarek Batata, our race winner last time out, with a big lockup there for Dave Southard. So, Muradi from Batata, from Samuel Ward on his Master Split debut in P3, which is phenomenal stuff from him. He already allowed us in P4 as well. Hammerlink's down in P5. So Samuel Ward is absolutely setting Trout alight to get a podium on your Master Split debut. Well, obviously, touch wood that nothing happens to him. There's still 10 laps to go here in the Master Split, but that would be an unbelievable result. One race in Challenger, dominates and wins by 40 seconds, and then a podium on your Master Split debut. That is no mean feat.
Yeah, I just want to say that, yeah, Sam just fucking... Oh, pardon my language.
It's fine, it's beyond 9 o'clock, it's fine.
Yeah, Sam just dominated in Melbourne. Yeah, fair credit to him, because I'm gonna say Melbourne was my, like, first proper race, in these, F1 cars. Because, like, before this, I was, more used to running, GT3, as we see Paul Magzer and, who is that beside him? Hygo Poom. Oh my goodness. Keeping it side by side through the S is incredible. And, oh, Hygo gets a little bit loose there. As, yeah, Paul's gonna take the opportunity to pounce. He has the inside coming into the double left, and,
What's the contact? Oh, there was a bit of contact there, actually, I think. Hygo Poom gets past Magzar Halligan with a Halligan. Mate, David, just move your brake bias back, lad. You've literally locked up every time into turn 10. But yeah, there goes Hygo Poom into P6, continuing his good form. There is the man who clearly doesn't know what a brake bias button does. Come on, David, mate. You were P2 last time out, and now you're 10 positions lower. Sort it out, lad. In his own team as well.
The attitude of the car does tend to change, like with the less fuel you put in it, because like I said, I was running 49, 50% brake bias pretty much for the race. I definitely as we went on, the rear started to lock up more and more and more because there's less weight in the car, as we see Jan Dragoon going massively wide.
Oh, he spins it on the re-entry as well.
Massive moment.
Yeah, with a half spin on the re-entry as well. So Dragoon down to P13. As you were saying though, yeah, when the car gets light, obviously it changes. And Bahrain is one of the biggest tracks of the year.
Simon going for an optimistic lunge.
Yeah, that was a big lunge. Yeah, Bahrain is one of the biggest tracks this season in terms of just the number of changes you have to make to the car towards each corner, because the track is surprisingly undulating. Each corner is so very unique, so you really have to fiddle with the diffuser, your hybrid, your brake bias. You know, the top guys will be changing everything on the car.
And this corner right here, the double left, you are slightly going down, so more weight is being put on the front, which is probably explains a lot of the lockups that we have been seeing so far.
Well, it's very easy to lock up the inside front there. Because obviously you're braking while turning, so the front left is so unloaded. It's just very easy to lock up that front wheel.
Actually, quite the opposite. It's very loaded. It's overloaded.
That's the front right that's overloaded. The front left's unloaded because the way the car weight balance.
Yeah, you're effectively trail braking into that corner, so your front
Yeah.
left is gonna have virtually well, comparatively no weight on it, at least compared to the right side. You're effectively just hovering the tire over the surface at that
So
point.
yeah, it's a similar thing with turn 4, because obviously it's uphill, you're turning while you're braking as well. It's a very early apex. So
I'm
very
going up
lucky
the
inside
inside
there.
at
Ooh,
T3. Oh my goodness.
that was a great move. Halligan
Incredible.
trying to fight back, and to the inside at turn 4, squeezes and he had almost contact between the two, and Halligan very firmly shuts the door. He wants that point badly, and you can tell. Halligan takes P10 from the Swiss driver.
Going on the outside of turn 4 is just very challenging, because it's all the marbles and all that stuff is up there. All that grip is on that inside line. But at the very least, you're afforded a lot of runoff if you were to lock your brakes or go wide at L.
Yeah, exactly. Very, very tricky corner. Again, Bahrain is actually a deceptively tricky circuit. You don't, it doesn't seem hard
Absolutely.
until you get on it, and then, you're running fine. You think, oh, I'm doing good lap times, and then you realize that everyone else is 5 seconds a lap faster than you. It is,
Absolutely.
this corner, the penultimate corner, is horrible. I hate it. It's like the one corner on the track I can never get right.
Yeah, it's a very difficult corner. Very downforce heavy. You just have to, spot your braking point, go fourth gear, turn in as much as you can, and just wait. Now you get on the power.
Yeah, it's and the apex is annoyingly early. It's an annoyingly tight. You don't realize how tight that corner is until you get to the exit either, because the entry is so open, and then suddenly it's 90 degrees and you don't expect it, and it's like, oh, okay, I'm running out of road. Very, very, very tricky corner, but again, lots of lots of heavy braking zones, lots of corners. You got to be so patient on the throttle, and lots of precise corners. Coming through here into the middle sector. You've got to be so precise through this kind of left-right combo. Clip that curb there. Don't lock up the outside front when you upset the balance of the car. And you've got to try and get it flat through the left-hander. Bring it all the way back over to the left so you can brake in a straight line for the hairpin. Don't run too much curb on the exits. You don't scrub up too much speed. Then you've got to run wide. Then get over to the right. Then you're turning and braking. And we've already talked about turn 10. It's lock-up central. And on the exit again, got to be patient because you're going. You're coming downhill. So the rear of the car's unloaded in terms of gravity. The car's just unloaded full stop. Dave Brave to the inside of Simon Benoit there. Great move. Brave move even from Dave Brave up the inside. That was superb. And then again, flat through these sections as well. Then you've got to brake and turn, and it's awkward and it's horrible. And then coming onto the back straight. Then the final corner is now another big braking section onto the front stretch. Oh, Jan Dragoon as well. Jan Dragoon to the inside of Simon Benoit. And on the brakes, gets through. Benoit, though, will have a switchback and will have the momentum and, more importantly, the DRS and the toe and the huge hybrid jump. I'm sure they've both got DRS. Benoit follows Dragoon, who tries to break the toe. Benoit pulls to the outside already, all the way over. He knows exactly what he's doing here, trying to get a great run into the corner. Dragoon
smash into the back of Dave,
tries to park it onto the apex, can't quite achieve it. Benoit at the inside, Dragoon holding it to the outside. Dragoon defends the position, but Benoit not finished yet. Still in the toe, still with the DRS. Will he pull to the inside into 10-4? Yes, he does. Hard on the brakes. Oh, Dragoon closes the door and takes the position. Wow, wow.
Dave's definitely going to be affecting this battle, I'll tell you what, because it looks like they're just trying to find their way around Dave, like they're trying to fight around Dave, but he's just going, oh dear me, Dmitry Kamishov.
Yeah. Dmitry Kamishov was running so well earlier on.
I need to excuse myself for a second. The post-race water is starting to kick in.
That's no worries, Jace. Please take as much time as you want. Still got a few laps left here in round 2 of the Formula Shout Premier Series Master Split Championship here. The 6 AM Films Bahrain Grand Prix. And well, it's been a pretty crazy race so far. Maradi from Batata, from Samuel Ward. I just cannot get over seeing Samuel Ward on that podium. That is obscene. Of course, again, another big shout out to Bruno and Warren for streaming this. Thanks, Bruno.
Hey, it's my pleasure, Ross.
Oh,
anything to keep the production going.
Oh, yeah, for those who are unaware, we didn't have anyone streaming this race until Bruno stepped in with about 5 minutes to go. We had to very hastily set up the stream, find all the stuff we needed for it. I kind of had to direct you through the opening section of the race, like telling you, like, do this please, so I can see what's going on. But at least we have a stream, is the mentality. It may not be. Oh no, Dragoon round. Oh, and another victim of Bahrain. And as I've been saying time and time again, a tricky high attrition track with a car that has significantly less rear downforce than its predecessor. And well, it is Spin City out there, more pirouettes than the Russian ballet. And Dragoon, yet another victim to turn 4. Yeah, as I was saying though, it's I'm very much the mentality that I'd rather have a bad stream than no stream. And I'm not saying this is a bad stream. You did a great job, Bruno. I mean, it's not exactly full production quality, of course.
Yeah.
But bear in mind, you had literally 2 seconds to come in and fix that. You're doing a great job.
Doing a heck of a lot better than ESPN when they covered NASCAR. I'll tell you what. But yeah, I heard that in my headphones as I was in the lavatory. Yeah, don't you just love that when you just miss the best moments when you're out in the restroom?
Yeah, it's always great, isn't it? I have a term for here in the UK called Sod's Law. I don't know if you had that in America, but it's just you always have bad luck. So that was the 2 DHF1 guys were just fighting there a moment ago for P7. Halligan and Magzar making up some places late into the race. Cochrane and Amora, meanwhile, battling for P15.
Yeah.
Sorry, Jace.
Oh no, I wasn't gonna say anything.
Oh,
But
sorry.
now that I have the opportunity, I was gonna point out the Nova cars have made an excellent recovery after their early spins. Hygo Poom in P9 and Max Hamlink up in the top 5. And oh my goodness, the DHF1 cars are having a bit of a bout right there.
Yeah, Magzar and Halligan.
Yeah.
No team orders here. And here we go,
Exactly.
Halligan to the outside. Magzar did get past him. Halligan, big lock up there for Magzar. Halligan will have DRS and a big hybrid dump. Magzar already trying to break the toe behind them as well. Hygo Poom trying to get involved. Halligan to the outside and Magzar sweeps around the outside. Does Hygo Poom follow him? I'm not quite sure. Magzar still in the inside.
Side.
Hygo Poom gets through as well, so Magzar 2 places gone in 1 corner. Hygo Poom and David Halligan, very smart racing there, especially from the Estonian. He followed David Halligan, he saw the gap appear and he went for it. Great stuff. And Magzar, well, drops 2 positions there. Big shame for him. As these guys go on to lap 34 of 37, just under 200-kilometer race here in Bahrain, or virtual Bahrain anyway. It's typically around about a 200-kilometer race in Formula Trout in the Premier Series anyway. Just for looking for the future anyway. And on the subject of races, why don't we talk about what we've got in store for the future? Obviously, 2 weeks time we'll be heading off for the Italian Grand Prix in Mugello. First time we've been to Mugello ever, actually, I think. So that'll be interesting. Yeah. Switching from Monza from last season and off to Hockenheim for the German Grand Prix for round 4. We were at the Nürburgring last year. That was a great race last season. If you haven't seen that one, you can go and watch it back on the Twitch or the YouTube. And if you are watching on Twitch or YouTube, hello. Like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff helps everyone out. Thank you for watching. Nürburgring, arguably that or Turkey, arguably the race of the season last year. Those two were just absolutely phenomenal. The Turkey race sticks in my mind especially. It was phenomenal, but it was awesome stuff. And as well, after that, to Baku, then Silverstone. Then a to be confirmed, which I've decided we're not going to Shanghai. If that was ever in the running, I will resign from my post as commentator if we go to Shanghai, because I despise that track. Then we've got all the classics. Yeah, Spa, Barcelona, off to Kyalami, which should be quite interesting. Then finishing off the same as we did last year with Suzuka and Interlagos for round 11 and round 12. Well, actually no, Suzuka was round 10 last season. We went to Hungary for round 11, but my point still stands. So yeah, interesting end to the season there. A couple changes here and there, and of course we've still got that to be confirmed track at round 11. But then again, in Formula 1, they've got a to be confirmed race that's taking time at place in like a month's time, and they still haven't sorted that out yet. So we've got plenty of time. Here is your reigning champion, Max Hamlink, currently running in P4. He was on the podium last time out, P3, and he's Where's Tarek Batat gone? Oh, he's P2. So your race winner last time's in P2. Hamlink's dropped off the podium places because Samuel Ward out of nowhere in P3. Muradi, meanwhile, leading the race on the penultimate lap.
Yeah, we got 2 laps to yeah, and I don't see anybody stopping Brody right now because it's 2 laps to go. He's got a 30-second lead. He's got this one in the bag.
Well, it's not over till the fat lady sings, so we'll touch on touch wood.
Oh
hope he,
dear,
doesn't have an
a
accident.
serious moment back in the double left. If you could go back there a couple spots.
Not sure who that was. Possibly Hygo Pum or Paul Magzire. I'd argue Hygo Pum because he's dropped a few seconds on Halligan in front, and he was following quite closely to the Briton. Hygo again on his return to Formula Trout this season came 5th after leading at one point in Australia. Currently running P8 after some unlucky moments. As you'd expect in Bahrain, the first lap is always chaos around here as they held on to their penultimate lap. Yeah, Hygo trying to defend from Magzar behind. Magzar does have the DRS in front. Halligan gets past Southard in the DAC car, so Halligan up to P6, putting on a very, very late charge. Is David Halligan. Suddenly found his fighting form, his fighting spirit. Felipe Olsen gets past Simon Benoit for P11. Does he have time to catch up to Dave Brave in front? He is just there. He is just over a second in front. Still got about a lap and a half to be able to catch up to the back of him. So we'll have to see if he can fight for that last points position, and of course points being prizes. Final lap of the race for the Iranian Mustafa Moradi, looking to win his second Master Split race. Of course, he took victory in Hungary last season with a phenomenal drive, very, very mature drive. I don't think anyone expected that performance from him, but it was mega, 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 and yeah, he was very deserving of that in the end. In my opinion, it was an awesome drive. No mistakes. Yeah, nothing else to really say about that.
Yeah, to go back to that schedule, I would say it's a very, very interesting. I've actually, like most of the tracks on this schedule, I've actually driven in GT3 cars over in ACC. In fact, I've done endurance, the 10 hours of Suzuka and a 24-hour race at Kyalami, and let me just tell you, those take a bit of your soul to get through those races without any scratches. Here's Maradi, by the way, entering the final sector, well and away from the rest of the pack. He has just put on an absolute show.
He has indeed. The younger GP driver on his second race for the team. 1 corner to go for the up-and-coming star, and this could be the start of big things to come. Race 2 of the Formula Trout Premier Series Master Split, and it goes to Mustafa Moradi with a dominant performance as he crosses the line to take the victory. What a drive from the Iranian driver. Superb is the word to be used there. Tarek Batata, your race winner last time out, will come home in a very, very distant P2, but don't let that fool you. It's been a phenomenal drive from Batata, but Moradi was just in a league of his own today, wasn't he? Batata rounds the final corner, will take home a very sweet P2, and more importantly, increases his championship lead by a big distance, because everyone who finished on the podium last time is nowhere near it. Okay, Hammerlink's P4, but still, he increases his championship lead. Samuel Ward on the podium on his debut!
Yeah, I was about to say something about that.
Unbelievable! Samuel Ward in his second ever Formula Trout race, his first ever Master Split race, and he comes home in P3. Take a bow, Samuel Ward. What a performance. We're seeing there some just chaos in front as everyone gives up and goes for a spin. Donuts for Ward as well. Max Hammerlink comes home in P4. David Halligan with a great drive in P5. We're seeing Samuel Ward going over on himself there. Southern in P6, Hygo Poon P7, Benoit Lowis and Kamashov round out your top 10. Then it's Dragoon, Magzire, Brave, Cochrane, Olsen, Amorum, Stoyan, Sanford, Peltwins and Penn your top 20. We did have a few retirements as well. Unlucky for the master Max Hammerlink to just miss out on that podium position, but Samuel Ward, wow, that is something we're going to be talking about for a while here. So, wow, just wow.
Yeah, like he was like leagues. Like when he entered in Challenger, he just kind of showed up and he just put on a show there. He put on a show here. I can easily see him going in contention for not the championship, but certainly he will certainly be a good contender day in, day out.
Well, he's certainly one to keep your eye on for the future. That is for certain. We're going to grab Alex Cochrane in for an interview quickly. Can you hear us, Alex?
Hello there.
Well, I wished you good luck and told you to go get a podium. Didn't quite go that way. Yeah, not the race you would have wanted.
No, definitely not.
Yeah, was it just the chaos of Bahrain, I guess?
Well, I had a problem in qualifying, which means I started.
Yeah. We didn't quite catch qualifying, so run me through if there was anything wrong there, by the way, because we didn't. We came in like live like 2 seconds before the race went. So
I had a hardware issue, which meant I started 21st. Managed to get up to about P13, I think, after the first few laps, and then someone into turn 4 just crashed into me, basically spun me around, put me back to P18 or something, and then that was it. Then basically nothing I could do.
Happens to
if
the
I'm being
best of
honest.
us.
If I'm being honest, my pace wasn't that great. I had a bit of damage, just didn't feel confident pushing the car. And then on the C2s, the next stint, again, just no pace, not really there. Olsen managed to overtake me, and then I spun because I'm useless. Out of the penultimate corner, we were running a really different setup what we usually do. We'd changed the diff settings quite a lot to the standard, and since I didn't have any laps in qualifying, it was kind of a testing session almost in the race, and then it just caught me out on the penultimate corner, and that was about it. Didn't really race anyone, so just one of those days.
well, I mean, still, experience in the bag, I suppose. Looking forward to Mugello. Is that a track you're looking forward a bit more to?
I'm not too sure. I mean, it's one of those corners where you just can't. One of those tracks where there's just flowing fast corners. It's very difficult to overtake there. So qualifying is everything, and a bit of strategy as well. Just obviously don't make mistakes, and you should be able to keep where you qualify. So we'll see how it goes. I've never raced there before in a hybrid car, so it'll be interesting to see. I think that goes for a lot of the grid. So yeah, it'll be interesting at least.
Well, yeah, unfortunate luck out there, Alex, and with the hardware issue as well. But thanks for joining us anyway. And yeah, pleasure to speak to you as always.
Thanks for commentating.
No worries, my friend. Well, bring Toby Sanford in next. Toby, can you hear us?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, hello. Well, that's well, not ideal, was it?
No, not really, but I'm not really bothered, so no. Yeah.
Yeah. What actually happened? Was it just bad luck? Was it mistakes? Was it break moment or?
Well, first there was contact turn 1, which was happens because it's Bahrain. It's turn 1. It's a really silly bottleneck. So I had some front wing damage. And then what else? What else was it? Locked up and just you haven't driven these cars, but I think people will know what happened if I say snagged the inside front into turn 1. I think it was.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, snagged the inside front into turn 1. Tried to take the brake off to stop the lockup, and then it just killed me, which was okay. I'm not really sure what I could have done different to not have died. But there we are. And then I got traction RNG'd coming out of 2 and died again. So, but I had fun. So
I mean, that's the main thing, I guess.
It's the little things, I came 18th, but I had a laugh in the VC the entire race. Thoroughly enjoyed my defensive driving while it lasted.
Who were you laughing in the VC with? Was there any other cool drivers in there?
I mean, there was Lioneers Racing, Keith Williams, and Oliver Gibson. So
Fair enough.
But
yeah. I mean, at least you had fun, I guess.
Thoroughly awful race, but I enjoyed myself throughout the majority of it. So
Case gave me a good battle in Challenger.
I thought I gave you some decent on-track action while it lasted. So you can thank me solely for that.
Well, yeah. I mean, thanks for joining us, I guess, Toby. Yeah. I don't really know what else to say, to be honest. But yeah, I wanted to say good job, but yeah, okay job. Well
Great,
done, I
thanks.
guess. See you later, Toby.
Cheers, bro. See ya.
See ya. That was Toby Sanford. Right. Time for the one we'd all be waiting for. Sam, can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you. Hello? Can you hear me?
Hello. Yeah, you're quite quiet. I'll just get Bruno to turn you up in the stream. But Samuel Ward, your second ever Formula Track race, your first ever Master Split race, and you're on the podium. What on earth? How?
I thoroughly enjoy that. I'm really happy because, it's my debut and I get a podium, but it wasn't all that difficult, really. It was a pretty simple race for me in terms of, I didn't get into any big incidents or anything. I qualified P11, so I had the free tire choice and I started on C2s. And then I sort of just avoided turn one incidents, and I was behind Batata for a while, and I just stayed in his DRS, and I was able to save my battery a bit behind him and just keep up on the C2s. And then I made a mistake in the pits when I was pitting for the C3s. I missed my box and I had to back up. So I might have been able to battle Batata, maybe, I don't know, but I made a few mistakes on the second stint. But other than that, I was happy with it.
I mean, you know, I don't really know what to say because you're on the podium on your Master Suite debut. I don't think I've ever seen that before, which is unbelievable. So what next?
Uh, well, I guess I have to win. I have to go for the win, but people are really fast here, so I don't know. I need to improve my quality a bit. But other than that, I think should be able to fight for a win somewhere. We'll see.
Well, it's race 2 of 12. You've got plenty of time. Thanks for joining us, Samuel. And wow, what a performance out there! Superb job. Congratulations.
Thanks a lot.
That was your star of the show, P3 Samuel Rod. Right, we'll drag Felipe Olsen and next. Felipe, can you hear us? Felipe, if you're talking, we can't hear you.
I think his mic's broken because it shows that he's unmuted.
Yeah, well, we'll leave Felipe in here for the time being, but we'll drag Connor in. Connor Peltmans, can you hear us?
Yep, I can hear you guys.
Ah, Connor, not the well. I mean, Volpino's first race this season, perhaps not ideal, but it was a pretty hectic race out there for everyone. I think just kind of run it through for us.
Well, I started from last place because of a back of the grid penalty from Brazil, where I did a naughty in qualifying. I got a great start, and I took the outside into turn one, and I think I got like 6 cars, and so it was all good until turn 4, and then I think I stuck my nose up where it didn't belong. It was either Alex or Christoph, and then I had to go wide, and then I got hit, so I had to pit. So I put on the C1s and fixed the damage, and I was running behind Hamlink for quite a while until the brakes decided they had enough and got some rear locking and dropped 11 seconds. And yeah, then I was behind Dave Southward, and I think it was one of the bag cars that hit me out of the pits. Did a Maldonado on Gutierrez kind of thing, and then I think it was David Halligan that punted both of us from behind after that. So it was pretty hectic. So then I just threw on some C4s and abused DRS illegally and got the fastest lap just for fun.
Fair enough. Not gonna complain. I'm gonna ask you about the second team now, though. Your new boy Samuel Ward on the podium, first race. That's not bad going.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's a great result from Samuel. It shows that we were right to put him on our team, and yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing more of this from him.
Well, we'll have to just wait and see what the future holds. Thanks for joining us, Connor. And sorry I had to start from the back of the grid. Unfortunately, we missed qualifying because we were trying to find out if anyone could stream. Bruno luckily came in clutch, but yeah, still could have been worse. You finished the race, so thanks for joining us. And yeah, well, look forward to the future.
Well, I didn't finish the race. I ran into the pit wall in the last lap.
Oh, did you?
So
Oh
my engine-
no!
No, I did it on
dear.
purpose.
Oh, well, I didn't notice that. Well, almost finished the race, I guess. But yeah, look forward to see what the future holds. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thank you, Ross.
Connor Pelt was there, team boss over for Let's try Felipe Olsen one last time. Felipe, can you hear us? I can hear you breathing, but I don't know if you can hear us, Felipe.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, brilliant. There we go. Sorry, that took us down. Here is Felipe Olsen. Felipe, pretty crazy race out there today, huh?
Oh yeah, it was pretty eventful. Um, I got a screen freeze again at the start for like 2
Oh,
seconds and
Yeah,
just slammed on the brakes and waited for it to start moving again and dropped the last after a pretty decent qualifying.
yeah,
But then it was a pretty clean race from then onwards.
yeah. Challenger Split had a lot of that issue as well with the screen freezing.
It's weird because it happened in the last race as well, and I thought it was due to CSP or something, but I ran with no CSP this time, but for some reason it still happened to me. Maybe overloading the CPU or something. I don't know. I have no idea. I've spent 2 weeks trying to figure out what's causing it, but to no avail apparently.
well, that's fair enough, I suppose. And I mean, yeah, unfortunate with the screen freeze. Where do you think you could have come if you hadn't have had that issue?
Well, looking at the results, probably top 5, I reckon. Qualified P8 and had decent pace when I wasn't stuck behind Alex and who was I stuck behind as well? I don't know. I spent a good chunk of the race, over 10 laps probably, stuck behind Alex, uh, even though I had like over half a second more pace, um, but couldn't get past him until he made a mistake. So probably top 5 would have been possible. I'm a bit pissed also about the last lap because I was in P11 and 2 guys spun in front of me in the second to last corner, and then I got hit just as I thought I got past them. So could have been points, but oh well.
Oh, well, that's a shame to hear, but that's racing sometimes. Thanks for joining us, Felipe, and yeah, solid performance out there. Just unlucky.
Yeah, thank you.
That was Felipe Olsen, and that is all we've got time for tonight here in Formula Trout. So first of all, thank you to Jason Bruno for joining me. And a big thank you for Bruno, especially for streaming this last minute. Cheers,
Yeah,
guys.
if you for everyone at home, IndyCar is starting to their qualifications now at Laguna Seca, which is actually I'd say my home track. If we don't count the Long Beach Street Circuit, which I will be going to next week. If you want to catch up with me there.
Well, if you want to go see Jace Merritt, go to Long Beach. But yeah, thanks you guys. And thanks everyone for watching as well. It was a pretty last minute stream, but I think we did an all right enough job. So thanks for joining us here. Of course, round 2 of 12 of the Formula Trout Premier Series. Well, 2 weeks time, Magello, Challenger, and Master Split as always. Italian Grand Prix. That's Magello in it. It'll be interesting. See you then.